Hey everybody, I'm Jillian, and this video is intended for parents who are looking to elicit verbal responses and interactions from their child. What does that really mean? So that basically is just a fancy way of saying getting your child to talk more and engage with you in a meaningful way. So today we are going to talk about 3 easy strategies that you can make a part of your daily routine. Silly situations, also known as violation of expectations, inside out of reach, and forgetting materials. So I'm going to apply these strategies to 3 different scenarios, and then at the end of the video I'll give you some more suggestions where you can use these ideas. The first one I'm going to talk about is silly situations, also called violation of expectations. And this is done when you take a step that is familiar in your child's routine and do something a little ridiculous, make it silly. One way you could do this is while your child's in the bathroom and they normally brush your teeth, you might pull out your hairbrush and try to brush your teeth with it. Another way you might do this using the toothbrush is you might grab the hand soap instead of the toothpaste and attempt to put hand soap on it and see what response you get. So you could also incorporate this strategy during mealtime. Maybe you might try to take a sip out of your bottle but leave the lid on. Oh no, I'm not getting water. You could also do this by pouring your cereal onto a plate instead of into a bowl. Here you go. Okay, so why is this strategy useful? So how your child responds tells you about their perspective skills, how much they pay attention to you, how much they might remember things. This is also helpful because now there are many different ways your child can respond. They may laugh, or they may try to correct you, or they might demand that you do the test the right way. With this one change, you've provided multiple opportunities for your child to engage your intention and to communicate. The next strategy I'm going to talk to you about is inside out of reach. This strategy sounds like what it is. Basically, what you are going to do is take an object that your child needs in a daily routine and place it somewhere where they can see it but can't get to it. So one way you might do this when your child is brushing their teeth is hand them their toothbrush, but leave the toothpaste up on the counter where they can see it but can't get to it. So you could also do this in reverse by giving them the toothpaste, but leaving the toothbrush on the counter where they also can see it but can't reach it. So you could also incorporate this strategy at mealtime. You might leave a cabinet open that they can't get to, but leave their favorite snack where they can see it. Or you can do this by moving around silverware. So you might take the bowl that they need to eat and put that in front of them, but take the spoon and move it to the opposite end of the table, and that way they can see it, but they'll have to ask you in order to use it. So why does this strategy work? Why is it useful? This is a very good strategy to use if you're trying to get your child to express his or her wants or needs. The only way she or he can get the item they're looking for is by communicating with you. So maybe you're just working on gestures and you will wait for your child to point until you'll give them the item. Or maybe they've got gestures down, but you're trying to get them to use their words. So they might point and then not say anything. And you can help them out by asking them questions. Oh, do you want the insert whatever word it is? And then you can further do this by giving them a yes or no choice. Do you want the goldfish or do you want the tuna? And then if they continue to not use their words, you can kind of play dumb, like, I'm not sure what you were pointing at. Can you tell me what you want? And that way you're slowly encouraging them to communicate with you in a verbal way. The last strategy I'm going to talk to you about is forgetting materials. In this strategy, you can pretend to mess up or forget something that you need in order to complete a routine or an activity. Way you could do this while your child is brushing their teeth is hand them the toothbrush, but don't give them the toothpaste, and then say, okay, brush your teeth. and wait for them to ask for the toothpaste. You could do this is by modeling the activity for them, but leaving out an important step. So I might be like, okay, we're gonna wash our hands. I'm gonna turn on the water and put on the soap. Okay, I'm gonna go out the door. And so in that step, I might have forgotten. I forgot to use my towel. You could also maybe leave out turning on the water or leave out putting the soap on your hands. And so the point with this is basically just to leave out one step within the routine of the activity. So one way you can use this at snack time is you could give the child an empty plate and then encourage them to start eating. Okay, here you go, start eating. Another way you could do this is by taking your plate and going to sit down, but then you forget to sit down in your chair, so you just sit down on the floor and try to start eating. So I can't reach my food. No. Ugh. Okay, so this strategy is useful. It's a lot like the silly situation strategy. So it encourages your child to respond in a variety of ways, and you can make this silly or funny. And it also helps your child problem solve. They can think about, okay, what's missing? And then once they've figured that out, they can express that to you and communicate it in a way. So it also encourages your child to interact with you in a great way. Okay, so in summary, I talked to you about 3 different ways in which you could manipulate your environment and your surroundings within your daily routines. I showed you examples in both the bathroom and the kitchen, and we went through silly situations first, then inside out of reach, and lastly, forgetting materials. And some other areas you could think about doing this is maybe when you're getting dressed, when you're getting ready to leave the house, at bath time, playtime, when you're reading a book or a story, maybe before you go to bed. So there are many different ways you can incorporate these strategies. And the key thing to remember is just to have fun with it and do it on a regular basis. Make it creative and fun for your child, and you'll get your child talking more and engaging more with you.